I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. To start this tutorial, the first thing you're going to do is to rule a line here, which is going to serve as your starting line. Note that my pattern paper is folded into two, just like that. After you're done doing that, you're going to go ahead and take all the horizontal measurements. So you're going to place the tape on the starting line. You measure to the bust point, take it all the way to the under bust, and you mark your waistline. Go ahead and connect these dots. So guys, after you're done doing that, label it the bust point, the under bust, and the waistline. Now the next thing you're going to do is to come to the starting line here, which is also the shoulder line. You're going to go ahead and take your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and make a mark there. On that mark, you're going to come down by 0.75 inch. Then you're going to come here and take your neck width, which is 3 inches, and the neck depth is also 3 inches. Go ahead and connect your shoulder slope just like this. Then use your French curve to create a round neckline just like this. Guys, after you're done doing that, you're going to come here and come down by your round bust measurement divided by 6 plus extra 1.5 inch. When I do that, I'm going to have 7.5 inches. So you make a mark there and connect it out just like this. So guys, this is the chest line. After you're done doing that, on this line, you're going to divide what you have into 2 to get the midpoint of this line. So after getting the midpoint, you're going to go in by 1 inch. Then you're going to come to the chest line and take your round bust measurement divided by 4. Then you're going to use your curve rule to create the armhole. So guys, after you're done doing that, now the next thing you're going to do is to create the dart. You're going to come to the bust point, this bust point line. You're going to take your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Then you're going to take the same thing on the waistline. Go ahead and connect a straight line just like this. After you're done doing that, then you're going to come to the under bust. You're going to go out on this line by 1.5 inch. You come to the waistline and go out by 1.5. So this part that is coming inwards, you go out by 0.5 inch. I went out here by 1.5 because I'm not so much of a busty person. If you're a bigger person, you may need to go out by up to 2 inches, but for the 0.5 inch I came in by, is going to remain 0.5 inch. Okay, so guys, go ahead and rule a straight line just like this. After you're done doing that, now you're going to come to the bust point here. You're going to come down by 1 inch. This is also because of the fact that I'm not so busty. If you are busty, you may need to come down by 1.5 inch. Then go ahead and connect from this point to meet that 1 inch that I came down by. Then do the same thing here. Use a straight ruler to connect it just like this. After you're done doing that, guys, this is what you're going to have. Now you're going to go up on this line by 1 inch. Then now you're going to come and measure what you have on this armhole. So just go ahead and measure it round. So guys, after measuring, I had 9 inches. So I'm going to get half of 9 inches, which is 4.5. Then I made a mark there. So on this mark now, I'm going to go ahead and use my French curve to connect from that mark that I just made to meet this point that I made here. So just go ahead and do that. So guys, after you're done doing that, this is what you're going to have. Now you're going to come here and take 0.5 inch on both sides of this line. Now you're going to go ahead and connect it to meet that point as well. Just like this. Then you're going to do the same thing to this other side. So guys, we are trying to create that at the side, like armhole area. We try to create that on it. So this is what you're going to have. Now you're going to come to this line here and extend it out by 1 inch just like this. So because we have extended that line out by 1 inch, I'm going to come here and also go out by 1 inch. Then go ahead and create another armhole. Did you see, guys? Because of this 1 inch that I'm going to be cutting off, if you don't extend this area out like this, when you are joining it, it's going to be shorter than the middle part. So that's why you have to do that. So this line is not the line we'll be cutting, it's this other outer line we'll be cutting. So guys, after doing that, now the next thing is for me to add all the allowances. This is the initial bust measurements divided by 4. Now I'm going to add 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. Then I will come to the waistline here. I'm going to take my round waist measurement divided by 4. I will measure this dart that I'm going to be cutting out. I will add it, and I will add 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. Then go ahead and connect it just like this. Guys, after you're done doing that, now it's time for me to create the keyhole that is at this chest area. So to do that, I'm just going to come down from this neckline by 1.5 or 2 inches. So I think I came down by 1.5 inches. Then from that point I made, I will come down by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. This totally depends on how open you want that hole to be. So now you're going to get the midpoint of these 2 dots that I made, just like that. Then on that middle line, you're going to go in by 1 inch. Now you're going to use your free hand to create something like a semicircle. Did you see what I'm doing, guys? So just create a semicircle like the way you see me doing, just like this, and this is what you are going to have. So guys, after you're done doing that, now you're going to go ahead and cut this out. This is what you are going to have after you are done cutting, guys, as you can see. So for the back, I already went ahead to draft it out to an extent. This is the zipper allowance. I've already sloped the shoulder and also draw out the neck. So for the neck depth of the back, I came down by 1.5 inch and I maintained the 3 inches, which is the neck width. So for the armhole, I came down by the armhole depth just the way I did for the front. I got my bust measurement divided by 4. I came in by 1/2 inch before connecting my armhole for the bag. So guys, this is it, and this is the bust point and this is the waistline. Now it's time for me to draw out the dart. So I'm going to come to the waistline here and take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Take the same thing on the bust point, then go ahead and create a straight line just like this. Then you're going to come to this line on the waistline and take 1/2 inch on both sides, then create it to meet the bust point just like this. So guys, after you're done doing that, now the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and add allowances. So that's the initial bust measurement divided by 4. I will add 1.5 inch for the sewing allowance. Then I'm going to come to the waistline and take the round waist measurement divided by 4, add this dart and add extra 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. Then go ahead and connect it. So guys, after you're done doing this, in order for me to eliminate anything called Z-bulge, I'm going to come here and go in by 1/2 inch just like that, then connect it just like this. So because we have reduced this by 1/2 inch, I'm also going to reduce the zipper allowance by 1/2 inch as well. Then go ahead and connect it. Just extend this line. So guys, this 1/2 inch that we have reduced here, I'm going to add it to the side. So add it to the side here and connect it just like this. After you're done doing that, go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is it. This is what you're going to have after you're done cutting. This is the back piece. So these are both the front and the back pieces that we've drafted out. This is how to draft a princess dart bustier with a keyhole. In my next video, I'll be using these pattern papers to cut on my fabric. I'll be sharing with you guys how to sew a princess dart dress. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.